Hi there, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Mac. We're at the KYB garage and we'd like to show you a few things about strut mounts, strut boots, what they do and why they're so important.
Let's begin by showing you what a strut mount and strut boot look like. This is a very typical strut mount. This is a strut boot. It's made up of two components, a bellows and a bumper stop.
Let's take a closer look at the mount itself. Basically, it's a metal plate, some insulating material, and of course the attaching hardware. The primary job of a strut mount is to insulate the strut from the vehicle. What it does actually is it reduces noise and vibration from entering the vehicle. Some strut mounts have a bearing right in the middle, and what it does is provides a steering pivot. Now that's critical because as that bearing wears, you can get some poor steering response, or it could even affect the front end alignment.
Now this is an example of a strut boot. It looks like a bellows because it has to expand and compress as the vehicle goes over bumps. Inside there's this bumper stop. This is designed to prevent damage by keeping the strut and the whole suspension from bottoming out. The strut boot's main job is to protect that polished strut shaft from things like dirt and debris. When dirt and debris get inside there, they score the shaft and then they wear the upper seals. This will cause a fluid leak on the strut.
When both of these components are assembled, it pretty much looks like this. This is basically the hydraulic strut with the shaft passing up through the middle. This is the coil spring that actually supports the vehicle. Inside you can see the bellows, and if Aaron, you'll raise up that bellows a little bit, you can begin to see the polished shaft that the bellows are protecting.
Now on the very top of this assembly, you'll again see the strut mount. This is actually holding the spring into place when this is assembled. It also has attaching points here that will allow you to attach this to the vehicle.
Right now, as this is assembled, this spring is compressed. And be forewarned that this needs to be assembled in a very specialized piece of equipment. If I were to unbolt this, it'd come apart pretty quick. Now, Aaron, why don't we take a walk over to the vehicle and show everybody where this mounts?
So, now that we've taken the tire off the vehicle, you can see the strut, coil spring, and strut boot. At the very top is the strut mount. Now, as you can imagine, when the vehicle is actually on the ground, all of the weight of the vehicle is supported by the coil spring and the strut mount.
All right, now that you've seen where the components are from under the vehicle and inside the wheel well, let's take a look at another job that the front mount does. The front mount acts as a steering pivot, and as you turn the steering left to right, the strut pivots on the strut mount. That means that the mount is always moving. So as it wears, it affects the steering alignment and tire performance.
KYB strut mounts and strut boots are manufactured and engineered to meet or exceed original equipment requirements.
So that's a snapshot of strut mounts and strut boots. One very important thing to remember though is anytime that you replace a coil spring or a strut, it's very important to replace the mount and the bellows. That protects your investment and you're sure to get the most performance out of your new struts.